So let's check out the weather conditions here in Korea and around the world with our Kwon So-ah standing by at the Weather Center. Hello, So-ah.
Hi, Jie.
Looking good in red.
Thanks, you too.
Right, so Chuseok is over, but tomorrow is a national foundation here in Korea. So how are the conditions looking like for tomorrow?
Well, Jie, we can enjoy another pleasant autumn day. So let's take a look at our satellite map. We're still under the influence of a high pressure system in the west that gave us the clear sunny skies today. Now, tomorrow holds more of the same, but towards the latter half of the day, we'll have an increase in clouds. Now, I bet many of you plan outdoor activities on your day off, so you'll have to gear yourselves up again for the chilly mornings and nights. In fact, the capital of Seoul starts off at 14 degrees, slightly lower in Daegu and slightly higher in Gwangju and Busan, and highs will make it to around the mid-20s. And moving over to Daejeon, which will range from 12 to 24 degrees. Jeju Island and Dokdo between the high teens and low 20s. Now, Gumgang's low drops to a cold 2 degrees and hits 15 later on. And now let's take a look at the international weather. One tropical storm after the other in the West Pacific. This time, two of them appeared on the same day on the 1st of October. The 19th typhoon of the year, Maliksi, is on its way to the eastern coast of Japan. The 20th, Gemi, is slowly moving towards China. Now, both of them are relatively small and weak storms, but they could intensify. Tokyo will see some effects starting tomorrow with light, steady rain, and Manila is already under the indirect influence of Gemi. Now, Beijing, Islamabad, and New Delhi will be on the sunny side. Further south, precipitation is in store for Port Moresby. Down under, it'll get very warm in Sydney again with a daytime high in the upper 20s. Wellington will just make it to the upper teens, which, however, is a slight rise. Very different weather conditions across North America. In some areas, you won't realize it's October without looking at the calendar, like in LA, where it's hotter than usual. Now, some regions in the north are even seeing snow already, and elsewhere it's going to be rainy in Montreal and Chicago. New York and Washington have chances of severe thunderstorms. And down south, still no big temperature fluctuation for Bogota or Lima, both of which will rise to the high teens, although Lima expects more sunshine. It'll also shine to its fullest in Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, and Santiago. A low-pressure trough in Europe is going to lead to showers in Moscow, London, and Paris. Berlin should be spared of those and should enjoy mild readings. While Rome and Madrid will be just fine at around the mid-20s, the heat continues southeast, for instance, in Athens. Same goes for much of Africa, of course, especially for Tripoli, but much cooler far south in Cape Town. The daytime high this Wednesday will peak at 17, with the sun hiding mostly behind the clouds. And that completes the weather forecast for now.
That's all the news we are following at this hour. I'm Yoo Ji-hye in Seoul. I'll be back with more news updates in our primetime news at 10 p.m. Korea time. See you all then.